So, that loud shrill of the whistle there was from Rory Egan, race director of the Eagle AC 5 Mile Road Race, and I can tell you something. Rory's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown was the most emphatic countdown I've ever heard at a road race. Powerful stuff. Great morning at the Eagle 5 Miler in Carrigaline. It's the Tommy Ryan Memorial 5 Miler, and it's the 37th year hosting this race. And good news for me is there was no sign of Andy and no sign of Damien, so nobody to annoy me. Took my place on the start line and enjoy. Beautiful morning. We haven't had too many good days of late, but this was a nice one. Bit breezy, which turned out to be kind of a strong wind on the latter half of the race. Hilly, lumpy race in parts. It always has been. As I said, a new course this year. Still some nice tough pulls on it. Great attendance. I think there was 288 participants. Some really top class runners, both male and female, and a lot of people who just got out and enjoyed themselves. Hats off to the Eagle AC Club. From the minute this race started today, the organisation was top class. Easy registration, great support for car parking around the area, and getting everybody to the start line and even all the way through the race. Loads of stewards on the course, all very encouraging, and again, 10 out of 10 for the organisation and the planning. But no surprise to me, I know Rory and Karen who organised this race, and they're two of the best that you're going to get in terms of race organisers, and they have an incredible crew around them. Well supported, of course, by photographers in the club as well, Mick Dooley, Joe Murphy, just to name it two. So again, plenty of footage. Graham Meikle, of course, is another person who we will see in a few seconds. But again, jump back in here again in a minute. And here is the man himself, Graham. Graham was actually all the way up in Dunedin the day beforehand at the 50k, and well done to Graham. Again, as we mentioned in our last video, he's a guy you will find at any race, nearly anywhere in Ireland at this stage, so great support to all the races, so keep it going, Graham. Now, I've got to explain something here before you get too far into this video. So the camera I'm using today is a new camera. It's an Insta360 camera, and of course you would think somebody might study up before they started to use it and actually check, have you got full battery? So I didn't do any of the above. Arrived on to the race, and a bit like myself, 4 miles into the race, the camera decided to die, and me with it. So fortunately, while this is a 5 mile race, we've only got 4 miles recorded. But look, again, it gives some great footage of the race and the effort that the Eagle AC team put in, so I think it's deserving to be shown. And as well, you'll see the graphics. So on the graphics, you basically have my pace, heart rate, elevation, duration of the race, etc. I think they're all self-explanatory there anyway. For me at the moment, obviously, again, I'm just kind of running when I can. I'm not chasing any specific targets at this very moment. I will be pacing in Limerick and Cork, probably the two bigger gigs I have coming up, but not really focusing much on intense training of any sort, just getting out when I can and enjoying it when I can, but hopefully that will improve as well as we go forward. So through the first mile there in 6 minutes 14, and again I was kind of happy enough with that. It's not a race to have an even pace on. The first mile was the quickest mile, and again surrounded by some very good runners here, so knowing that the race is going to get a bit harder, I decided to make the first mile a fairly honest effort and get out there early on and then ease it back, because the next couple of miles do get challenging. So fast enough first miler. It was my fastest 5 mile, or fastest mile of the 5 in total. Now, skipping ahead slightly again, And again, you can see coming up the great amount of stewards again on the course, and this was everywhere at every junction, and even when there wasn't junctions, plenty of support shouting you on. And on this occasion, I got a big shout out from Aideen Coleman, who I also got a shout out from later on in the race, and Aideen was actually decked out on the day in Runner's Diary podcast gear. So fair play, Aideen. Thanks for all your support.
Here's the fun
We're now coming up to one of the first real pulls. So again, as I mentioned, the first mile was quite quick and downhill, and then we entered a very good surface again. The road opened up a bit. We start to see the runners that I was kind of surrounded by starting to pull away now and put a bit of distance on me. I eased off on the hills. It's not something I'm strong at the moment. Definitely, we often slag about it on the podcast, but my aging quads and hamstrings certainly let me know when I hit hills. Now, to my surprise, I actually feel like when I watch the video back, and again on the next big hill that's coming up, I actually didn't really drift off the route too much. It felt like I did in the race, but I actually managed to hold on to them, and in some cases started to pull them back in and overtake one or two as well. So reasonably proud of. Now, this is about the flattest section of the course and lovely running surface as well, so really a chance to kind of enjoy the section. Beautiful sunshine again, shining through, and as you can see, the Irish flag seem to be decorated along the poles here as well, which was nice to see. But yeah, it's the calm before the storm here now, really, because we're now going to start soon enough hitting into this really long drag, and I'll keep the hill on it. I might put it into a bit of a fast forward motion because it will take too long just to go through it, but you'll see the metrics and you'll see the distance that I hit the hill on, and you'll also see the elevation go up quite dramatically in this section. So this is a tough section now coming up.
Yeah, another one.
So finally, we look to reach the highest elevation point of the course, and I think in that, since we rounded that bottom corner there and started that climb, we climbed about 25 meters in about 0.8 kilometers. So again, it was a long uphill drag, and certainly took a lot out of me there. Even at this point, there's still a few pulls on the way, but thankfully reached the top of the elevation there. So now finally hitting the downhill section. So we've 3 miles done at this stage, and the toughest bits, as I thought, were over really. I suppose they were. Again, first mile was in 6:14, mile 2 in 6:44, mile 3 in 6:58. So they were challenging miles. The fourth mile I was hoping to be a faster mile, but again into a very, very strong headwind, which really pulled us down. But we enjoyed this downhill section now. Now approaching the turn back for the home section, and again this is the road we earlier had passed out, so approaching this corner here again, another shout out from Aideen, thanks again, and as you can see some guards here as well. I'm not sure if the guards were here to watch out for Aideen, patrol the race, or were they looking for Damon and Andy just for being utter gobshites, but not sure what that was. But again, turning the bend here, heading for home, and this is where the wind really hit in hard. A long stretch here. Shout out to the guy on my right, you'll see him occasionally popping up here in the black top. Very supportive runner. We tried to work together there for a bit, and he took the lead for some of it. I took the lead, and he took the lead again as we approached near to the finish. Unfortunately, I couldn't stay with him any longer. Again, my fourth mile, to give you an idea, was 6:42. So again, this was a reasonably flat section. Should have been faster than that, but the headwind certainly played its part there. And my final mile, which you won't see, was 6:58.
Yeah, I can. I fucking nothing left. Drive on, I've nothing left. I'm just hanging on now. Get home if I can. Well done though. Good man. Fair play.
So, despite being pretty empty at the stage, I still managed to be extremely polite and thank my fellow runner there. What a support he was throughout the mile there. Really appreciate that. And soon after, my battery died, and soon after, I died as well. So again, didn't get the last mile, but again, huge congratulations to Eagle AC. Super race. Just to go through the winners. So the winners of the men's race was Nathan O'Leary in a time of 25:31. And the winner of the female event was Michelle Finn in a time of 27:47. So again, huge well done to Nathan and Michelle and everybody. Again, fair play to Eagle. Loads of category prizes as well. So well done to all the category prize winners and another successful event. See you all at a race again soon. Thanks.